God had been silent for over 400 years. I knew this because we had been listening, in a sense. My job was to listen. People who talk a lot, you don't exactly call them wise, do you? No. There are a lot of other words we use for them, but wise is not one of them. In my position, I looked for signs everywhere. We watched the stars. We watched and we listened and tried to interpret what they were telling us. I read about a star that announced a new king, and then, out of nowhere, a star appeared. After watching this star for a while, I felt this was the star the Jews had been looking for. The star foretold in their ancient scriptures, the star of Messiah. So, I followed him. There were a few of us, and yes, we did follow a star. It was so bizarre. The star led us. It moved, and we followed. And eventually it led us to Jerusalem, where we met Herod. He told us he also wanted to worship the Messiah. He told us that once we found the newborn, we'd come back and tell him immediately. But we were warned in a dream not to trust this man. For over 2 years we journeyed. We were guided all the way to Judea. And then the star stopped over a small cottage. Our journey ended not in a palace fit for a king, but in the home of a peasant. Our journey ended not in a palace, but in a small cottage. This was it. We gathered our thoughts and gifts and tried to contain our emotions. And behind those doors, we found a new king. A king who commanded the stars and yet came to live among his own people. God was finished being silent. He spoke, and his word became flesh to dwell within his people. We knelt that night, and yes, we knelt to the baby boy, and we laid gifts at his feet. 400 years of silence, broken by the cries of a new king. Yes, he spoke, and we listened.